Hi there, it's great to see you again. One of the difficulties at this time is communicating. And engineers have always had that problem. I wonder if I said nothing and I look like this, what you'd think. If I looked like that and you heard nothing, what would you think? Particularly at the moment, communication is only one direction. So we have to think carefully about how to communicate. And what I want you to do is to write up an explanation of how to make the box that you've just seen on the video. And you can see there a piece of paper and a sheet that I've done. If you look at the PowerPoint, you'll see a copy of that. However, I just wanted to talk through very quickly how to do some communicating. If you take this bench hook, you can draw it in 3 dimensions. Alternatively, you can do it in 2 dimensions. I'm just going to draw it quickly on here, quite large scale, so that you can see what's going on. So you can see there I've done a pencil outline of what I've done, and now I'm just going to take a fine liner and I'm going to tidy up my drawing. So I've first of all just done it as a pencil outline, and now I'm going to tidy up what I've done with my fine liner or another pen so that it looks neat. So very often when we're thinking of how to communicate, doing it very quickly, lightly, with a pencil is quite a good way of being able to do it. But as a presentation drawing, it's not always that effective. We want to make it look very neat if we can. So if we use this, a fine liner, and go over what we've done, we can neaten it up really nicely. And I've just about finished here. And hopefully you can see that I've got the outline just there of what I've done. And if I now take my rubber, I can take away all the pencil marks that I've had before. Remember that the pencil marks do need to be very, very faint. Okay? And then, after that, you can hatch it, which is just diagonal lines like that, to indicate that it's a solid piece of material. And so you can hatch it all the way across, nice and neatly, with the angles going more or less the same, all the way across, to end up with a good, clear drawing. And hopefully that will look like a bench hook, like that. Now I've drawn it that way because 2-dimensional drawing is easier than trying to do 3 dimensions. You'll notice also that I've now labelled it. So you've got a label there, that tells me that that's pine, that's a tri-square, that's a straight edge. So the drawing and the labelling helps you to understand what's going on. And then you have a lovely written explanation around it, so that anybody reading the whole document looks at the drawing and looks at the written word. That should help communication. It also helps learning, because your brain works in lots of different ways. So the written word activates one part of the brain, but the drawing activates another. So that means your learning is much better. Oh, by the way, one of the things I've really missed is the banter in classrooms. So I thought I'd tell you a bit of a joke, and it's associated with my nephew who's just had a newborn child. So what do you call a father who has long legs? Daddy long legs. See you later.